Well, thanks you and thanks everyone for coming today. I'm pleased to say that the People's Assembly is proud to support such an important demonstration today, and protests and demonstrations like this are taking place across Europe. And it's important to note that these demonstrations were initiated in Greece, and it's Greece where austerity has hit hardest. And if we look to Greece, we can see the real effect that austerity has. Not only has it torn society apart, leaving millions and millions of people unable to provide for their families and themselves, and forcing millions of people into poverty, but it's torn society apart because it's austerity that has created the conditions that have meant that the fascist Golden Dawn has gained such support. And the same thing will happen here. The same thing will happen here if we let the government get away with its austerity programme. So the fight against fascism and racism and the fight against austerity is a part of the same fight. And here in Britain, it's becoming more and more clear that austerity is the government's ideology. And the only thing that Osborne's so-called economic recovery demonstrates is that it's getting better for those at the top while it's falling living standards and it's cutbacks for the rest of us. And that's exactly what they want. They hate our welfare state. They hate our proud multicultural society. And so when they sit out to smash all the gains that ordinary working class people have made since the Second World War, they use the language of division and they try to set communities against each other. And they do this by pitting the public sector workers against the private sector workers. They do this by pitting the employed against the unemployed. They scapegoat immigrants and they whip up racism and Islamophobia. They know that the only thing that can stop austerity in its tracks is if united we create a mass movement where everybody stands together. And that's exactly what we need to do. We need to create an unstoppable force against this government, against its austerity programme, and against the divisions it's trying to sow in our communities. The People's Assembly is organising a national demonstration on the 21st of June, assembling in central London, where we'll be demanding a society that benefits the millions of ordinary people and not the elite few. Anti-austerity views are alternative. The majority views are ignored by the mainstream. So we'll be assembling on the BBC's doorstep and marching down to Parliament to demand a better society and against austerity. Friends, I hope you go back today, go back to your communities, organise. This is just the start of a big campaign and help us create a movement that's impossible to ignore. And let's make 2014 the year that we give this rotten government the knockout blow it deserves. Solidarity, and I'll see you on the 21st of June. Thanks.
Thank you, Sam. On the mark.